It was a routine night at a suburban shopping center in California until the sound of gunshots cut through the air. Within seconds, a young man lay dying in a parking lot outside a Michael's craft store, and a law enforcement operation turned into a fatal shooting that would leave a community searching for answers. The incident took place in West Hills, Los Angeles, a quiet neighborhood in the San Fernando Valley known for its family-friendly atmosphere. The location was a Michael's craft store, a place associated with creativity, not crime. On that evening, shoppers were finishing their errands while store employees prepared to close. Unbeknownst to most people in the area, deputies from the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department were conducting surveillance nearby as part of an investigation into a recent series of violent robberies. At the center of the incident was an 18-year-old male, legally an adult but still very young, whose life would end before the night was over. According to authorities, deputies observed behavior they believed indicated an attempted armed robbery in the parking lot. As officers moved in to intervene, the situation escalated quickly. Within moments, shots were fired. Witnesses reported hearing gunfire and seeing chaos unfold as people ran for safety. When the shooting stopped, the teenager had been struck and was lying on the ground. Deputies immediately attempted to provide medical assistance, but despite their efforts, he was pronounced dead at the scene. No deputies were injured during the incident, but the parking lot had instantly transformed into a crime scene. As required by law, the shooting triggered an internal homicide investigation by the Sheriff's Department. Detectives secured the area, collected physical evidence, and obtained surveillance footage from nearby businesses. Investigators also reviewed body camera footage and interviewed witnesses to reconstruct the moments leading up to the shooting. Authorities stated that the teen may have been connected to other recent robberies in the area, though this claim remained under investigation. One early lead involved a possible accomplice who reportedly fled the scene during the chaos. That individual was later located and detained without incident, adding another layer to the case. For the deputies involved, the encounter was described as a split-second decision made under intense pressure. Law enforcement officers are trained to assess threats quickly, and officials emphasize the danger they believe was present at the time. For the teen's family, the loss was devastating. An 18-year-old life ended abruptly, leaving behind grief, anger, and unanswered questions. Within the community, emotions were mixed. Some residents supported the deputies' actions, while others questioned whether the use of deadly force was necessary. The shooting reopened broader conversations about policing, youth crime, and accountability. The detention of a possible accomplice without violence raised public questions about how the encounter unfolded. Why did one suspect survive while another did not? As investigators continued reviewing evidence, each new detail, whether from surveillance footage, forensic analysis, or witness testimony, had the potential to change public perception of what truly happened in those final moments. As of now, the case remains under active investigation. No final ruling has been issued regarding whether the shooting was legally justified. The findings of the investigation will determine whether any disciplinary or legal action is taken, but until then, the case remains unresolved in the eyes of the public. Stories like this don't always end with clear answers. What happened outside the Michael's store in West Hills was the result of a few seconds that changed lives forever. For one family, it meant an unimaginable loss. For law enforcement, continued scrutiny. And for the community, a reminder that even the most ordinary places can become scenes of tragedy. Until the investigation concludes, the truth behind that night remains suspended, somewhere between law, perception, and consequence.